Hello, welcome to your eclipse reading for August 2017. Normally I do the monthly forecast videos separate from and in addition to the eclipse forecast videos, but I decided to combine the month of August readings with the eclipse readings, so I'll be making 12 videos instead of 24 this month. I'm recording these a week into August already. We just had the full moon lunar eclipse on the 7th, which was exact at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is a very active month astrologically, so I would really be surprised if things were fairly quiet and uneventful in our lives throughout August. Aside from the eclipses, we have Mercury going retrograde on Saturday the 12th, which is sandwiched in between the eclipses as the featured planetary energy. We also have Saturn going direct on the 25th at 5:09 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is an important time for destined and fated events to occur because it is the karmic nodes that cause the eclipses twice a year, whenever we have a full or new moon near these points. The new moon solar eclipse occurs on Monday, August 21st at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in Magha Nakshatra within the Leo constellation at 4 degrees 46 minutes using the sidereal zodiac. Even if you are using tropical coordinates, it is still occurring in the sign of Leo at 28 degrees 52 minutes. I'll be doing something a little different for the eclipse readings. For the solar eclipse, I will roll these astrological dice and cast a quick chart sketch to interpret how its energy will most likely be affecting your sign. Then I will draw from the Karma Cards deck and similarly interpret its energy for the month in general. And lastly, I will draw a couple of tarot cards for any additional messages about the eclipse and the essence of August. So let's go ahead and get started with your readings. Scorpio, let's see what the Astro dice have to show us for how the solar eclipse energy is going to be affecting your sign for the month of August. Okay, so you have Mercury in Virgo in the 11th house. Okay, so Mercury is about exchange of information, exchange of ideas. It's language, it's the written and spoken word, it's communication. Okay, Virgo is a very precise energy. It's teaching. Okay, it's teaching, it's learning, it's has to do with well, Mercury is the ruler, it's the natural planetary ruler of Virgo. So this energy works really well together. It's a very clear mindset. It's knowing what you want and why, and it can be a little bit critical if it's on the downside it can be critical, but on the upside it is very it's discerning. Okay, discerning information, weeding out information that is not necessary versus what is, sifting through facts and figures to get really what is the meat of it all, what is the real essence of what you're trying to explain or what you're trying to get, as far as you may be going through a lot of information. The 11th house is it's the house of gains. It's the house of wishes and hopes, and it's also groups of people, it's friendships, it's networks as well. So there is a lot of I get there's a sense of media as well. So I really get also the sense of sharing information on a broader perspective, but what I'm really getting from this, or what I'm feeling, sensing, is like news. What information are you listening to? You know, what are you putting in? And also not just news, but also like entertainment. Like, what am I getting? I'm getting like what you're watching, what you're listening to, the company that you keep. Whatever is coming in is also going to be going out. So if you're not around quality people, if you're not listening to quality music, if you're not watching quality things that are, you know, healthy for your mindset, that's what's going to come out of you. So it's sort of a give and take there. And also Virgo is a sign of health. So maybe it's time to sort of narrow it down to what is really necessary for your health and for your growth, as far as like what the information you're consuming. Okay, now that I've sort of shared that, I want to go ahead and construct this chart. I've already done the preliminary work here by doing the frame for it. So we're going to take the 11th house here. We're going to highlight the 11th house right here. So if this is the ascendant, and this is the midhaven, the ICMC access point, this is the 11th house. We have Mercury here, Mercury in the 11th house, and it's in Virgo. So we're going to go ahead and do this symbol for Virgo. And then we're going to go ahead and construct a chart from here. So what comes after Virgo, you have Libra, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. It's a Scorpio ascendant chart, so this is going to be very fitting for a lot of Scorpio ascendants. Now, this is applicable whether or not you have your moon, your sun, or your ascendant in Scorpio. It's just sort of that energy, you know, whether, you know, you have a lot of planets in Scorpio, it doesn't matter. It's just sort of the general energy. If you identify yourself as a Scorpio based upon your ascendant, sun, moon, or other planets, it's that general energy. That's fine. So, but it's fitting here that it's the rising sign for this divination chart. It's going to be different for every person watching. Anyway, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. A little bit of room for Leo there. Sorry, it's kind of squished. Okay, so Mercury is the planetary ruler for Gemini. And this is Gemini. It's in the 8th house from a Scorpio ascendant chart. And also, it is the planetary ruler for Virgo. It's already in its home sign. So we have the home sign ruler in the 11th, and we have the other dual rulership for Gemini. And just for visual sake, I'm going to go ahead and color this in so you can see that it's these two houses. Okay, so there's nothing really superficial about Scorpio energy. It goes pretty deep. Can be a very esoteric energy. It's mysticism. It's the occult, it's hidden things that it sort of wants to uncover. It's unveiling the mystery here. The natural ruling house of Scorpio is the 8th house, which is lit up by Gemini, or excuse me, by Mercury being in Virgo, and it's lighting up this Gemini in the 8th, which is the natural house rulership for Scorpio. So you have the 11th and the 8th house. Information highway here, psychic stuff, hidden things that are sort of coming to the surface. What I'm getting is just, it's like it's psychic information. Your psychic abilities are going to be very heightened. The information that you're getting and receiving, it's very strong. It's very strong right now. And you may be very susceptible to energy. to information, to news, to media, to technology, it's really influencing you in a very intense way. Okay, you're very open right now. Your psychic abilities may be heightened. You may be more of a channel at this point. Just be very careful of what you let in, who you let in, all of that to your space and to your mind, because your mind is in your body. It affects your body as well. So that was the first part of this reading that I wanted to do. The second part is using these Karma Cards deck. It's an astrological deck that's fun to do. It has each category as planet signs and houses. So I'm going to go ahead and see, this will be not just for the eclipse, but August in general. We do have the Mercury retrograde here, and it looks like Mercury retrograde could be affecting a lot of the Scorpios out there. It's very important to be very clear in your communication. Virgo is a precision sort of energy, so it's like, are you speaking with clarity? Are you being clear, getting your message across? Are you hearing others, your friends, the people around you in your groups, in your networks? Are you hearing them clearly? Are you understanding what they want, what they're trying to say to you? There may be miscommunications that come up within your group or your friends, misunderstandings. Oh no. Okay, so I dropped a few of these as I was shuffling, and it's not hard to do because there's not very many cards here. So it makes it harder to shuffle when the deck is thin. Okay, it's this card, the Sun. How many times does the Sun come up? So with all of the other readings, or most of the other readings, the Sun has come up, that solar energy. For the month of August, this solar eclipse is really going to be affecting. It's going to sort of take over the energy of the whole month. The Sun is you. It's your self-expression. It's your soul. It's your willpower, and it's your focus as well. Intent. What are you intending to communicate with your personal self-expression? How do you express yourself? How do you communicate yourself through non-verbal language, which would be the 8th house? Aries is you, the self. Okay. I feel like non-verbal communication. You're very psychic. You're picking up like people's body language, the way that they're communicating, the things that are unspoken, reading between the lines. That energy is just going to be very heightened for you to pick up on during the solar eclipse. Okay, well, it's definitely that one. Okay. 6th house. Virgo is the natural ruler of the 6th house. Okay, Scorpio. So I want to actually use this deck as more of like getting the sentences, getting the message that comes through the combination of these cards, and less like, focusing on the chart aspect of it. So I'm going to comprise these sentences. Oh, cap's already off. So each of these cards have 3 lines. So the first line is the spiritual aspect of it. That's what the S stands for here, if you can see the S. Then the second line is the mental aspect, the mental realm. That's what the M stands for. And then the P stands for physical. This is the physical aspect. So it's really like mind, body, and soul all sort of integrated into one. It's a similar message, but just different ways in expressing itself. And as you can see, there are different colors here that I'm going to be reading with these words. So the Sun is red, is orange, the 6th house is orange, and Aries is blue. The orange represents the external, extroverted energy that is active and dynamic. The blue is the introverted, internal energy that is receptive and is more inwardly processing. Okay, so it's the information that you receive, and this is what's going out, and this is what's coming in. So the Sun is active, the 6th house is active. So on the spiritual plane, let's go ahead and write this S. It says demonstrate energies to meet the challenge as a full-time job. Okay. Well, whether it's your job or not, it's something that you will be doing full-time. It feels like it's full-time, 24/7, demonstrating your ability to sort of use your inner reserves of your energy to meet challenges on a daily basis. So this is really like summoning the strength is what I'm seeing from this on a spiritual level. Okay. And the sun is your soul, it's your spirit. It's the light body that is you, that is not of, you know, the physical or the mental realm. So let's see, demonstrating. I'm going to say, instead of energies, I'm going to say abilities. Demonstrating ability to meet challenges each day this month. So you're going to be using a lot of spiritual psychic power this month, every day. The mental aspect. Realize your desires regarding serving. Interesting. How do you want to help other people? How do you want to help yourself? Either this isn't just serving other people, it can be serving yourself, although it is an orange, so it is outwardly serving other people. Your desires come from within. Realizing is actually putting to use, doing something, bringing it into fruition, bringing it into form. So since it's the mental realm, you're going to be aware of your thoughts. You're going to realize, you're going to understand what your desires are, how you want to serve. So I'll just put understanding, realizing, being aware, all of that. Your desires, understanding your desires to serve. What it is. Desires in and of themselves are not bad. They're not selfish. Now, if you're using it just for self and personal gain, your desires like I want, then it can be less than constructive. It can even be deconstructive. But if you're using your desires to help other people, say, I want to better the world, I desire this place to be a better place, you know, that's not evil, that's not bad. We have desires, you can't kill the desires, they're going to be there. But how are you using them? Are you using it for yourself, or are you using it for other people? And maybe a little bit of both. Maybe since life is about balance, it's important to find a healthy balance of where you're getting, you know, your needs met, and you're also meeting the needs of other people, and you want to do that. So on the physical plane, I like this. Act like a leader, resulting from the honesty and strength of doing a little bit at a time. Okay, so you're going to be demonstrating a leadership role. And in the way that you're going to be doing that is honest. I get like integrity, honesty and strength. It's integrity. Again, doing a little bit at a time, it really adds up. So this is daily practice, discipline. Okay. Acting. You're not going to be acting like a leader. You're going to be acting as a leader. Acting as a leader in integrity. A little at a time, or as much as you can handle on a day-to-day basis. So this is what the Karma Cards deck wanted to share with us. I hope that you found something of value and of interest with this, that it was helpful in some way. I do want to use the tarot to tie in these messages together. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot, so I'm going to be pulling a card to first show the energy of the solar eclipse and it's how it's going to be affecting Scorpios. Show me the solar eclipse energy. What does that look like? How is it going to be affecting the Scorpios? Solar eclipse. There it is. King of Pentacles. Father of Pentacles. This is a strong mindset. This is a strong will. This is someone of integrity, someone who is responsible, okay? It's good in business. You have a strong mindset for maybe even partnering up with other people and making money within a group or within a partnership. I feel like it's a valuable mindset is really what I'm getting, because this pentacle here is a value. It's something. It's in between the ears here. It's your mind. Here you have Mercury, which is that exchange of information, maybe between the two antlers, is going back and forth, bouncing around ideas that you actually want to bring into the light. And you're really bringing something to the table of value. You're really, the King of Pentacles, or the Father of Pentacles, also has the ability to meet challenges. He has a lot of patience. There's a lot of understanding, a lot of knowing that, like, the road wasn't built in a day. Doing a little bit at a time, it really adds up, and sort of creating something that is going to be sustainable takes time. Okay, and it's understanding how you want this valuable information to help other people. It's sort of going to be coming to the light around this. It's really beautiful. It looks like strong ideas are coming through. A strong mental mindset when it has to do with like business and something of value. And it's something that's going to last as well. He is a leader. The King of Pentacles is a leader. Again, he has integrity. And he doesn't take on too much. He has the wisdom to know, you know, what are his limitations within a reasonable. He's reasonable. Okay. So let me see what the energy is going to be like just for the month of August as a whole. This card has come up 3 times now for other signs as well. It's really, again, it's really unusual when you just pull 2 cards to have repeat cards like that. Okay, so how I'm seeing the image really being similar with like all these fine lines. What I'm getting is details of the mind, which is Mercury in Virgo. There is a lot of details in your mind. You're sort of spinning it out, working it out, segmenting. You have a lot to do, and it's a lot going on in your mind. You have to sort of break it down into bite-sized pieces, into these manageable chunks. Prioritizing is going to be a big deal for you, but it's just like, it's managing your mind so that you're not spinning, you're not overwhelmed. I do see, like, you know, there is a spinning the web, but it's almost like it's the mental mind game. It's like you could just go round and round and round unless you focus on one part at a time. And in that sense, you will have success. You will be acting as a leader. Okay. The images just look really similar. If you were to lay this over it, you have like the spider being here as the pentacle, and it's all going outward. So what you're thinking of in your mind is going to be distributed to other people. And it's also just energy as well. Is like, you know, it's going out there into the world. Again, what are you listening to? You know, the quality mindset is going to be really important. Filtering out things that are unnecessary, like you don't want garbage in your mind, basically. You know, my grandmother always said garbage in, garbage out. So what are you putting in your body? What are you putting in your mind specifically? Those ideas and thoughts are going to be magnified and projected out into the world. Again, that's sort of that interplay. So if this resonates with you, then wonderful. If you have any questions or comments about this particular reading, or about the the intuition or what I've used here for your message, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I will see you in the upcoming video. Scorpio, have a wonderful month of August. Take care and be well. Thank you so much for watching and liking my videos, and for subscribing to my channel. If you would like a personal reading that is custom to you and your current situation, feel free to contact me through my website, sungoddessashley.com, or via email. I will leave the links in the description box below. Thank you, and make it a great month.